Hi everybody, my name is Ben Loader. I'm the Student Engagement Manager at Junior Achievement of Delaware. This is technically, full disclosure, my first post-college real job, but I've been here almost 2 years, and today I want to take it back a little bit further, or maybe at this point a lot bit further, to my high school days, which is where I got my first job. I got my first job at the age of 15 at Wilmington Montessori School as a summer camp counselor, and then later stayed throughout the year and worked 3 days a week while I was in high school in their child care program. I did end up working here for, I want to say, about 8 years while I was in college as well. So there was a great deal that I ended up doing there and a great deal of experience I learned. But even during the first couple years, just as a summer camp counselor and part-time worker, there was a lot of experience that I gained that was invaluable. For today, I'm going to try to focus on a few core lessons that I wish I had learned earlier and or thought were especially helpful to me. So to dive into those, number one, showing up on time. Pretty self-explanatory, but maybe harder than you think it is. Number two, communicating professionally. Number three, managing your time. And number four, which may be a little farther down the road and you'll develop as you go, leadership skills. So fast forward to my current job at Junior Achievement and to my life in general as a professional and an adult. To break these skills down more, this is how they've impacted me in the present. Showing up on time should really be something that's ingrained in your consciousness from now going forward. It's invaluable to you in any arena that you're in. And I say that because it's something very little that you can do that's really not that hard to adjust that sends a big message. And I think just going off of the saying, if you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late. There's no middle ground. Just think about how easy it is. If you're 2 minutes late consistently, how much easier would it, or how easy would it be for you to just get there 2 minutes earlier? Early in my career, there was a joke at Wilmington Montessori that you could consistently count on me to be 3 to 5 minutes late. So I was always on time for those 3 to 5 minutes late. I eventually did change this. It took probably more work than you'd think, but in the end, it was just something simple I did that showed professionalism, it showed dedication, and it showed I could be counted on, which is more valuable than you'd think it would be in really any arena. Just be on time to school, be on time to meetings, be on time, and you'll eventually be somebody who's counted on, somebody who's reliable. As far as communicating professionally, this does take some time to develop. The way you talk to your coworkers and superiors is most likely going to be very different than the way that you talk to your friends and your family on a daily basis. And that's okay, but you want to present yourself as a capable, intelligent worker who people can count on. You want to be looked at as that employee, that go-to person. My coworkers count on me to complete tasks all the time and vice versa, and we collaborate often. And they trust me because of my communication skills, and they may not if I wasn't somebody who presented as professional and capable. And if we couldn't communicate efficiently, our jobs would break down. Going back to the time, managing your time. Time is money, time is a resource, time is a commodity. There's no real easy way to say it other than that. As you continue through life, you're going to grow busier and you're going to have less free time. So in your personal life, this is invaluable to you. Figuring out what you can and can't do in certain amounts of time and prioritizing those tasks. And also in your professional life, especially at Junior Achievement, I work at a nonprofit, so I'm wearing many hats. I'm switching between different tasks. I'm working on different projects. I have to be able to prioritize and work on a few different things at once while still accomplishing all of them efficiently and in a reasonable amount of time. So learning to manage your time both inside your personal life and inside your professional life are going to do you a great deal of good to keep you from becoming overwhelmed and not have to give up as much to work on one thing versus another. And then finally, as far as leadership, this may take some time to develop, and I'm not even talking about this just in terms of being in charge of somebody directly or a team. I'm talking about this as just building up your leadership skills to show that you're somebody that takes charge, to show that you're somebody who takes initiative and can be relied upon. It kind of goes back to those communication skills because communicating efficiently is something a leader does. but it's really a larger package. And my advice to you would be to seek out somebody in your community, in your school, in your first job that you view as a leader. Ask them for advice, emulate what they do, take the qualities that you like from them and work on those within yourself. If you can be identified as a leader, you're going to go a long way whether or not you're actually in charge of somebody or not. They're just skills you want to have. And then finally, if I can leave you with a final piece of advice, if I can steal or borrow from the Philadelphia 76ers quickly, is to trust the process. I took a year off after high school. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to college. I ended up changing my major. I ended up changing schools. I ended up taking 5 years because I was working while I was going to college. And that's okay. Just trust in the process. The universe may guide you in a different direction than you thought. You may make a mistake. It may take you longer than you thought. But just go along for the ride. Have a plan. Stay calm when that plan deviates. And you may end up somewhere you never saw yourself. But the universe has a way of pushing us that way. So just trust the process and hang in there.